Flipping the classroom to enhance collaboration, student engagement, and participation. The focus audience are 5th to 12th grade students because I believe they are more conversant with the basic technology skills to help them in using the social media that I'm providing, and then teachers who will be able to have more time to focus on the application of content. One of the major problems in the traditional classroom setting is that while a teacher is delivering content or teaching, the classroom is indirectly divided into a number of focused learning groups. The struggling students who need a little bit more extra learning or help, or the high level students who do not feel challenged and therefore need more tasks to meet their demand, and students who are in the middle, they sort of understand what is going on and are able to follow along with what the teacher is doing. The teacher, in doing this, is not able to meet all the needs of the students at that particular point because each student has their own level of understanding content. Another problem is that once a teacher is delivering or has delivered the content, most students don't feel that they have had enough time to be able to engage in a healthy, good discussion. During discussions, they feel the time is too short for them to rethink what the teacher has said or to think about questions that they had. And so that is also a problem. Well, what is flipped classroom? A flipped classroom is the reversal of traditional teaching where students gain their first exposure to materials outside of class, usually through watching a video, listening to an audio, or reading. And then they come back to the classroom and assimilate the knowledge they have learned through strategies such as problem solving, discussions, or debates um, in the classroom setting face to face. The social media that I'm going to use is called VoiceThread. VoiceThread is an innovative social technology program or software that can be used to promote student engagement, participation, motivation, and ultimately enhance the quality of the learning experience for students. Because VoiceThread is time paced, it gives the students each student gets their own choice to pick up what when they want to learn and how they want to review the content that you give them at their own time, and then they can also always go back to review the content that you've given them. The learning goal for using VoiceThread is that the teacher will have more time to focus on application rather than on delivery. Students will also have more time to contribute and explain what they've learned at home. So when they come to class, they have a proud knowledge of what we've learned. Voice thread is used in different ways. And one of the ways that is used is that once a teacher gives a brief lesson on voice thread, it gives the student the opportunity to go back and listen, watch, and reread. By doing this at their own space, at their own pace, it gives the teacher achieve the vacuum of not reaching out to all students in the classroom in doing a traditional delivery method. Also, there are different mediums that it's incorporated in voice thread. Students can use voice, text, audio to comment and contribute in the class. In so doing, each student is able to realize what feature works best for them in understanding the content. Students with higher level attitudes will be able to um, explain to the class what they've learned, be able to find a way to answer students once they ask questions, thereby engaging the students peer-to-peer discussion, which overall gives them a sense of community and trust among themselves. Once they come back to the class during discussions and they are not sure about something, a student can or a group of students can go back um, to the lecture on the computer on VoiceThread, review the material and content, and able to come back also to join in the discussion to enrich it more from what they've learned. Another good feature is that VoiceThread has the opportunity to incorporate other teaching video aids from other web-based learning sites like Khan Academy, Coursera, Udemy, and edX, etc. It enriches the learning on the platform because you get to learn from other sources and gives the students a broader range of learning options. The other thing is that both students and teachers can take advantage of the strength in giving their fellow classmates feedback and ask questions to clarify the feedback. The supporting non-technology activity is that You are able to group students into different levels of understanding. That way, those who need to be challenged will be challenged. Those who need more help will have the chance to be given the time, and those in the middle can go along with the class. The teacher can then focus more on those who need more help, and then go around. The human factor of education is still maintained through collaboration and discussions, because there's that face-to-face interaction that goes on during the discussion once they come to class. The criticism about flipped classroom, as one of the major criticism is that students may not have watched the videos or the audio, or listened to the audios, or read what you gave them once they went home. How would you know that? You normally give them some alternatives so that they will be able to write down notes, or questions about what they read, and so when they come to class, they will be able to focus, and you will be able to know what is going on with them. The, you'll be able to know if they studied or not. And another thing is that not all students will have internet access at home, so it also a struggle. But an alternative is that you can give the students a chance to study in the library, and then once they go home, they think about the questions, and then when they come back to class, they're able to contribute. It's still a struggle, and we're trying to find ways out of this. But what's the conclusion? Well, as teachers, what we want is for our students to get the best form of education that will make them be able to contribute to society in the long term. So whatever good measure it's out there and learning methods that are available, I think that we have to embrace it. So yeah, don't let us not flip out on flipping our classroom.